Hey everyone, welcome to this Wednesday live on LinkedIn and YouTube. A short coffee break with me, Donnie, here every Wednesday, 2:30, 15-20 minutes of discussions or interviews with either me or a cool guest. Today it's only me, and we're talking about mistakes and why they are the best tool in the entrepreneur's toolbox. Maybe we will have a number of people online as well. Let's see if we get some questions in. Last week we had a really cool conversation with Samer Al Mubayed, who is the CEO of Fura Robotics, and then next week we have another really cool person coming up. More about that in the LinkedIn feed. This conversation is also being broadcast today on Clubhouse. So we're actually live on Clubhouse as we speak now. So we'll see if somebody comes into that room as well. First time, first try. That's what this whole thing about mistakes is all about, right? Mistakes. Actually, it's like mistakes, takes that didn't work out. And that's, I think, the main idea with the whole mistake thing. And my main idea when I work with entrepreneurship is that it's not about failures as such. It's a number of tries. You know, the old saying about Thomas Edison said that he failed. You know, it wasn't like he made 10,000 mistakes before he managed to invent the light bulb. He just, he had 9,999 trials before one of them took. So that's the whole point. I think that it's really important when it comes to this fear of failure and fail fast. And we're talking about failure as something bad. I think we need to change the whole narrative about failure and mistakes to it's just a number. It's just another step on the way to your success. So you try something, didn't work, go back to the drawing board, reiterate, try again, and so forth. I mean, and that's what it's all about when it comes to developing things, iterating things, and being an entrepreneur and trying to start something. I mean, I've tried to start so many things that didn't work, and I've started some things that did work. But in every way, and in every time I have started something, it's always been a series of trials before the one that worked actually start working. So I think it's really important to remember that it's not about the mistake is not about it didn't work and you're never going to do it again. You have to change your mindset and the narrative about what it is. It's just another trial, another you're having another go at it, and then next time you have another go at it, and then you keep doing that until it actually starts working. It's like training for any sport or getting better at any kind of skill. At first you can't do it at all. You do some exercises, you train, you take a course, you do some education, and then you practice. You try, it didn't work, you practice more, and then you try, and then suddenly it works. Same thing with entrepreneurship, same thing with startups. I think that's the sport analogy, the learning analogy, all of those analogies of getting better at something and not being able to do it from the start, but getting to a point where you aren't able to do it. That needs, you need to put that into your narrative as well when it comes to failure and mistakes and how you approach it. I think that's really, really important. Let's see. I see we have Duarte here on Clubhouse. Let's invite him to speak here as well. Hey, Duarte. Okay, let's see if he comes on there. Anyway, so Donnie here every Wednesday, 2:30 p.m., live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube as well. And check out the YouTube channel because now on YouTube, don't forget that all of these recordings will be on YouTube as well, edited and recorded. So you can go to YouTube now and you can check out the different recordings I've done previously. And make sure to follow me 2:30 p.m. every Wednesday. Hey, Duarte.
Hi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you? See if I can get the speaker on here. So I'm doing a simultaneous thing with I wonder if I can do How do I put the loudspeaker on here? See, mistakes, trials and error. We're trying to make this work. I can hear the what. You probably can't hear the what. Next time I will connect my phone to the loudspeaker system so you can hear the people on Clubhouse as well. And we will do a dual live session with Clubhouse and LinkedIn at the same time. So Duarte, how are you doing?
Very good. Very interesting to see how Clubhouse is conquering the world.
So say again?
No, I'm very interesting to see what's happening in Clubhouse around the world. So
Yeah.
just to let you know that there's already channels that are broadcasting 24/7.
I know, I've seen that. I was on the funny thing is I was listening into a conversation and these two guys were saying like, yeah, it's like live podcasts. And somebody else said, you mean like radio? I said, yeah, it's just like radio. In Sweden, we had something called the Heta Linjen, the hotline. You dialed into a telephone number, and then there's people were in the room. It was a really, really weird thing. 14 years old, and you were dialing in, and it was just this cool thing with lots of people in the room, and you had no idea at all who you were talking to. Let's see. Okay. Thanks, Samar. Thanks for that. Anyway, I had an interesting comment here from Samar just saying, haha. I was wondering if I'm hopefully I said something funny. Anyway, we're talking about mistakes, and I just wanted to repeat what I was saying, that a mistake isn't, it's not the end, it's not the finish, it's not the end of everything. It's just another trial on the way, and you need to change as an entrepreneur. You need to change your mindset and understand that mistakes are something natural, not mistakes, but trials that don't work are something natural on the road to making it work. So you need to, move away from this failure and mistake narrative and the words of making mistakes and the words of failing, and moving into a narrative and using words more like, trying again, trial and error, iterative, because that's what it's all about. You will not succeed the first time you try. If you do, you actually won't learn anything. The people who try once and everything goes great and everything, then they good for them, but they very seldom have a key learning to bring back into a next time they're trying to do something. So sometimes you can learn a lot more by your failures than you actually learn from your successes. I know that I've tried a number of times with products or services that I've released, and they haven't worked from the start, and then you have to reiterate and reiterate. There's something good there. People like it, but it's not sort of really getting the traction it should. And then you just need to reiterate and retry. Talk to your customers, talk to people, talk to users, understand how can we do this in a way that will work better. And then, you try again and you try again. As I said, it's like practicing for any sport or learning any language, anything. You won't speak Spanish the first day you try. At least I know I didn't do it the first day I tried. I'm not saying I speak Spanish now, but at least, I took some courses and I slowly got to learn it. And again, it's about putting yourself out there and trying things again and again. Ali, one thing that I keep in mind while developing something is fail fast but fail cheap. Yes, that's a really, really good comment, Ali, and just trying something, getting it out there. And another mistake, using the word myself. Another mistake startup entrepreneurs do is that they think they need the full app, or they think they need all the tech, whilst what they actually can do, they can do completely analog with a paper and pen or with an Excel sheet. So there's an expression called do things that don't scale, meaning that run your business idea as analog as you can, and just see if it works. If it works, then you can start building a digital system to support it. Don't wait for the app. Don't wait for the tech. Go out and try something. And just as you said there, Ali, fail fast and fail cheap. Don't spend too much money until you've tried your thing to see if it actually works, or if anybody actually wants it, or if anybody wants to pay for it. And if they're paying for it, then they can pay for you to develop the app as well. So that's another thing to take in mind. So, I mean, this is just a short hi and hello, short coffee break here today. I'm, as I said, I'm trial and error and doing a simultaneous broadcast here on both LinkedIn and on Clubhouse. I will be running, and next week, I promise I will have the sound also linked so we can get everybody here. And let's see, Johan Lange as well is on here on Clubhouse. He invited him to speak. I don't know if we can hear him now. Hey, Johan, welcome in.
Hi, Donnie.
Hi there.
Great. Yeah, I'm practicing this one odd thing with the AirPods. When one is discharged, you pick up the other one, and so it's a one-ear thing. Excellent. Yeah, as you mentioned, failing is learning. And it's even like, as we describe it, stumbling. It's very unusual that people who stumble actually do it backwards.
Yeah.
Most of the people stumble front. And when you're trying to get up, you may even find stuff on the ground.
That's a really good point, Johan. You stumble forwards, and when you stumble, you might even look down and find something you could pick up from the ground. I like that a lot. That's really I like that. I'll pick that. I'll take that one with me. Add it to my.
Thank you.
I'll add it to the quote database with Johan Lange said on February.
Yes.
What is it today? February 10th.
Eventually, it happened.
Cool. No, but I mean, as you said, failing is learning.
Another thing is once you're on the ground, you may also practice some humbleness.
Yeah.
So you're not as they say, no tree is growing towards the sky.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's so many things. I think there's so many quotes and so many things to be said about, trying and failing isn't, the end game, and mistakes are just, a way. But I think that we need to remind ourselves that it is that way, and you don't learn anything by, trying and not succeeding. You learn by trying and not succeeding, and then trying again and getting better at something.
And I think one thing that you have to bear in mind is as soon as you ask a startup, a founder, to describe the process from start to present, they start lying immediately. in a gentle way. They are not doing it deliberately, but they are. When we are looking back, I'm actually basing this on memory theory of how the brain works. When we look back to a memory, we instantly change it, and we change it towards what we need today.
Yeah.
So if I thought that this startup, it was terrible, then it becomes terrible.
Yeah.
If I think it's been a walk on roses, then everything was simple and we never failed, which is always a lie.
Of course. Next week I will rig the sound better, so I actually get the sound into the whole sound studio. So we will be doing live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Clubhouse. I will leave the Clubhouse room now. Hopefully, Duarte will be taking over the talk. Make moderator. There we go. And I will leave the room quietly. And I'll say thank you and goodbye to everybody at LinkedIn. Very short coffee break today. Tune in next week, 17th. I have a really cool guest in the studio. Well, digitally beside me in the studio. But don't forget that next week, 17th. And thanks to Art. You can hear it clear there. Wonderful. That worked. Ha! Trial and error, right? We were live on Clubhouse. We were live on LinkedIn. We were live on YouTube as well. Check out the YouTube channel for all of the recordings. I will see you all next week. Have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to finish your coffee in the coffee break now. And goodbye for now. Donnie signing off Innovation Fika. Bye for now.